The galaxy has always been a graveyard of species. Civilizations rise, blaze across the stars, and are forgotten when stronger predators appear. The Council archives hold thousands of names, thousands of voices now lost to silence. Every empire eventually breaks. Every species eventually kneels. Except one. Humanity was supposed to die. By every calculation, every precedent, every rule written in the cold annals of galactic history, Earth should have been nothing more than ash in memory. The empires believed it. The Council endorsed it. The invaders demanded it. But humanity refused. It began with the Kreth, a war-born species that had extinguished dozens of civilizations before us. They struck Earth with contemptuous easy cities burned, oceans boiled, colonies shattered. Humanity's fleets, primitive by galactic standards, were torn apart in days. By all logic, it should have been the end. But something happened that the galaxy had never seen before. We did not surrender where other species bent the knee to survive. Humanity bit down on its rage and bled. We became insurgents, saboteurs, assassins. We fought not in great battles, but in alleys, tunnels, and burning ruins. Kreth soldiers were found strangled in their own barracks. Their supply ships sabotaged, their war machines collapsing under hacked systems. For every human life taken, the Kreth lost 3. The galaxy watched in silence. No one had ever seen prey behave like predators. Years passed. Earth was a wasteland, but the resistance endured. Colonies long thought destroyed re-emerged with fleets rebuilt in secret. Weapons stolen from the Kreth were reforged into horrors they had never imagined. Railguns that split their carriers, drones that burrowed into their reactors, viral codes that shut down their war machines mid-battle, and humanity spread its fury like wildfire. When the Kreth finally withdrew, bloodied and humiliated, the Council expected humanity to collapse, to fade into obscurity. But the opposite happened. Our rage became unity. Earth's fractured nations became one. Every scar carved by the Kreth was reforged into steel. We no longer fought to survive. We fought to ensure no one would ever do this to us again. And so, humanity declared war. We didn't wait for invaders to come. We hunted them. Kreth strongholds fell one by one. Their war fleets, once feared across the stars, were annihilated by human ambushes, rail cannons, and weapons that bent physics itself. In less than a century, the Kreth were gone, exterminated, erased from existence. The galaxy was horrified. Empires that once mocked us now trembled. Some called us monsters, others called us demons, but they all feared us. The Council demanded restraint. Humanity answered with silence and with fire, because the Kreth had taught us a lesson carved into our bones. If we could die, then so could anyone else. The next war came when the Valori tried to contain us. They believed we could be intimidated by diplomacy backed with fleets. They encircled our colonies, blockaded our trade, and threatened our people. We warned them. We begged them to leave us be. They refused. The first Valori fleet entered Sol with banners of arrogance. Hours later, it was gone ripped apart by weapons the galaxy had never seen. Human engineers had weaponized asteroids, hidden rail cannons inside planetary crusts, unleashed swarms of eye-guided drones that turned warships into shredded hulks. The Valori homeworld fell within a year by then. The galaxy understood the truth. Humanity did not simply survive, we consumed. Every war fought against us only made us stronger. Every weapon used on us became a weapon we learned to wield better. Every enemy that struck us was eventually buried. We had become death itself. The Council tried again, forming coalitions of species that had once warred with each other, uniting against us in desperation. Hundreds of fleets gathered at Orion's reach, determined to end humanity once and for all. It was the largest armada ever assembled. Humanity did not flinch. We met them with silence, then with fury. We unleashed storms of kinetic weapons that split moons apart. We infected their networks with viruses that made ships fire upon their own allies. We detonated stars, collapsing systems into graveyards. The coalition that came to erase us was reduced to wreckage in weeks. And then something even more terrible happened. The galaxy realized humanity no longer fought for survival. We fought because we remembered. Every scar, every wound, every atrocity against us lived in our memory forever. We were not content with survival, we sought vengeance. And vengeance does not stop. World after world fell. Some empires surrendered before we even fired a shot. Others resisted and were annihilated. The galaxy began to whisper a new name for us: not humans, not Terrans, not Earthborn. They called us the Reapers. Because wherever we walked, civilizations died. And yet, among ourselves, we remembered the truth. We had never wanted this. Humanity had wanted peace, exploration, understanding. But the galaxy had given us fire and chains. They had tried to kill us. They had forced us into monsters. And so, we became death itself. Now, when alien children cry in the night, their parents whisper the stories of the humans, of the species that could not be broken, that could not be enslaved, that could not be erased. A species that rises from every grave, stronger, angrier, and more determined than before. The Council still exists, fractured and trembling, but their laws mean nothing now. Their fleets cower in their docks, their empires cling to survival. Because they all know the truth. If humanity rises against you, your days are numbered. We are the species that refuse to die. And now, we are death itself.